Good day and great light illuminators and way showers. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm up in my studio. If you're new, I'm Wendy, bringing to you my infinite languages of lights. So as you can see, I've been painting today. Playing with abstracts, allowing my consciousness to flow, connecting with more and more of all that I am, and in expressing these these messages and codes, whether it's in these messages or through the paintings, simply assisting us all in emerging out of our cocoons. And as the spirit would move me, as I'm cleaning up and getting ready to clean up, I've been, putting away paints and making short little videos, because all of these are our language of our light. All of these expressions in all of the different ways that we are inspired moment by moment, which can be very, very different. Now it's time to go make dinner. So as we express our excitement in every moment, and I wasn't even planning to come up here today in the studio. I came up here for a couple other reasons, and here I am, a couple hours later, immersed. And so if nothing else, may this just simply inspire you to move in the direction of your joy without any self-judgment, any insistence as what is going to come of it. The information that flows through while we are expressing ourselves in that free zone, that zone of where time stops, where we don't age, because the amount of time that we feel has gone by is just a brief awareness of how we create time, and how when we're doing what we love, how time flies. So so before I even, and my hands are dry, otherwise I wouldn't touch my decks, but as I walked over here, the Magic Spirit deck, just spirit speaks when it wants to speak. So let's see what the card has to say. Let's see what the magical spirit. Well, I'm just going to go with the one that turned over. Number 20, you don't need it all figured out. The gifted guide, stars, chaos, and opportunity. And I will say that so much opportunity is created out of this chaos. You don't need to have it all figured out. Oh, I hear Abby wanting her dinner. So how about that psychedelic fingers? The gifted guide. We are the gifted guides. That's why you came. So no, I certainly wasn't planning on making a video this way. This message needed to reach someone, of course. You don't need to have it all figured out. I don't need to have all of this figured out in order to share it with you. So once again, a spontaneous message for all of us, because we are not designed to know the who, the what, the why, the where, the when, the if, none of it. We're not designed to know that. And when we allow ourselves to move freely in our own magical spirit, the opportunities that unfold out of what may look like chaos, finger painting, it doesn't need to look like anything. It just, because it contains the you, it contains the you within it. And we agreed to be here and not have it figured out, because we already know in spirit, we've already got it all figured out. We already know that. This is to remind us of that at that level of consciousness, we already understand it all, already have it figured out. We came for the chaos that is birthed, and the opportunities and the synchronicities that are birthed from the chaos, the gifted guide. You are all gifted guides just because you exist. Lezimisata ishino jomaro koa alozimotovi isha etokro sanati sabishimara vismoro vaka. And I've been getting more and more excited about continuing these videos in the way that inspires me the most. Lejimikuro. I don't need to separate the oracle from the artwork, from the light language, Vizmatovki, because it's all within me. We have spent so much of our lives separating ourselves, putting masks on for different people and places and spaces. Nalivismasha Kiaru. It is time to express your magic, your magical spirit. It doesn't have to be for anybody. It doesn't have to have a purpose. Yet, when we are following our joy, we are receiving all of the answers to everything that we seek on some level. Maybe it'll occur in a dream. Maybe it'll occur during this message. Maybe it'll occur in the middle of the day. We are now realizing that we are multi-dimensional beings that are wanting to express our whole selves and no longer separating that. And I've even experienced that right here on YouTube, the feeling, the need to separate all of these pieces and parts of myself, that I find it inharmonious and resistant. The idea of having to separate all of these things simply because social media doesn't know, how to share the information. Energy is energy is energy. If you are your own gifted guide, and your higher self is your gifted guide, and it will bring you to everything you need to see. We don't need to be fed anything, because simply by following your own magical spirit, you will find exactly what you're looking for, but it's in its own perfect timing. In its own perfect timing. And I've been sharing this excitement in all the different ways that I've been guided to, and sharing my own gifts and abilities in all the different ways for over a decade here now. And I just want to be myself in whatever moment that brings me to is perfect. We don't need to have it all figured out. Just move in the direction of your gifted guide, because it's you. It is you. You are already your own gifted guide. Nisbiasobo shonoki itala semishiro kosimishoboroko. Pilzana ijatko zina soporishinoto isha anaki tizmoso. Naroko unto Samiala, my highest love, Moro Ote, for you. Mile ineki ozonorju koyava simispatishinota. Is the light language, the the translation, Lukobiasa, is the English, the translation of the light language. Milevis mataya, yes and yes. Moro, Jijaniki. For I feel as if while I'm expressing my language of light, Milis Moto Vishmi Ali, all of the layers of the information embedded in that light, in the light codes of the language, is not only its own message, it's its own transmission, it's its own translation. And yet, as I speak these words to you, Ti anto kiama isha perhaps it is the interpretation, diakopisa, and the way that I can express to the best of my ability in the words that we understand. The love, the layers of love in these transmissions is so great. I don't know that there are any real words to express all that is encased in these symbols. Sorry about my hands. But see, it's okay. It's okay to be messy. Because it's in the messy that the clarity comes. I love you. Yeah.